Uplift the lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Well, what's going on, everybody? This is Charles McCutchen. I'm your favorite entrepreneur. Check this out. We know when we come to this show, we have Charles's Corner, and we bring up insight, information, powerhouse information, and it's broken down into financial freedom. I come on here every Monday, unless it's a holiday, and we talk about things that's going to get us to that point, whether it's real estate, from nonprofit to government, to the everything in between. And if you have a topic that you, as long as it's financial freedom, I definitely want to bring it up or bring you up to discuss it. So today I want to, transition a little bit, and I want to bring on a special guest. This lady is very dynamic. She's helping a lot of people out in the industry, and I'm not going to steal her thunder, but I do want to bring up Miss Ayana Muyung. Are you there, Miss Ayana?
I am here. Thank you for having me, Charles.
Thank you for coming on. I'm diving right in. I don't like wasting too much time. We have things to do. So, in a nutshell, let me just get this from you so people will know who you are. Who is Miss Ayana Muyung?
Well, I am an entrepreneur and an author. Just like you, I have my hands in multiple projects, but ranging from a technology company. I'm the vice president of a technology company. I also have a nonprofit where I help schools and families to bridge the gap and to provide advocacy and support for schools. And then the thing that I'm going to talk to you about today is my professional and personal consulting practice, because that's really near and dear to my heart.
Okay. Let me ask you, I ask a lot of entrepreneurs the same thing, because being on this entrepreneurship road, it is no joke. It's real. It's different than I think most people think it's going to be. So let me ask you, what got you started in doing what you do?
You know what? I just made a decision one day that, eventually I no longer wanted to work for other people, that I had enough skills to actually pursue entrepreneurship on my own. And so although I started my first company in 2015, I left my job finally in 2017, and just believing in myself and knowing that I can do it.
So let me give you this one, because a lot of people, especially come to me. A lot of people come to me for things that I may not have. So what I do in my world, I reach out to those people who can do those specific things. So being the person that a lot of people just say, hey, Charles, can you do this? And I'll tell them no, and I stay in my lane. If somebody was to ask you, what do you want people to know about working with you? So if I was the person and somebody came to me to say, Charles, do you have anybody that does X, Y, Z, and you fit that bill, what would you want people to know about working with you?
For my personal and professional consulting practice, the main things that I focus on are, number one, mindset, because you can't get through anything that you're trying to do in life with a negative mindset. So we work on the mindset, and then one of the services that I recently added about 9 months ago that I'm really, really enjoying is to work with aspiring authors. So not only do I work with aspiring entrepreneurs on their mindset and preparing them for entrepreneurship, I also work with aspiring authors and basically people who want to write memoirs, particularly, helping them to muster up the courage and then providing the strategies to do so.
And I'm glad you bring up mindset. For me, and I wasn't a big fan of mindset. That was not anything I wanted to do. I wanted to get straight to it. But, in my journey, I looked at it like, man, I really have to focus in on his mindset. And it's knowing what you don't know, and you don't know what you don't know, and that's the hard part. And let me ask you another question, because along this journey, it's definitely going to get hard. and people are going to quit along the way. And I'm sure you been through that or have other people that have been through that as well. What do you say to people who don't believe that they can do whatever it is you're going to give them?
Well, the first thing is to believe that you can. So we actually implement strategies to help them to arrive at that place. Some people may come. A lot of people will come to me already. Life has already beat them up, and they are tired. And so then they're ready to take the next step, move forward, and, to develop those things that they need to develop in order to pursue their dreams. Now, some people do come. There's a small amount of people who come, and they don't know exactly what it is that they want to do, or a lot of people don't know what they need to do. And I always start with personal development. I think the best thing that you can invest in is yourself, and you have to start with personal development because, like you said, it gets hard. There are going to be times that you want to quit, but you cannot quit because your dreams are worth it, and the people that you are going to help, they are worth it.
Another question I would have for you, and this is going to hit home, it should hit home, it's about being an entrepreneur. And along the journey, we learn so much about ourselves. Oh, my goodness. We learn so much about ourselves. So what are the 3 biggest issues you'd say you had with being an entrepreneur that you know about?
Oh, wow. The biggest issues with entrepreneurship, I would say, and this not only comes up for myself, but a lot of entrepreneurs, funding, I would say would be probably one of the biggest areas. So funding, like I said, not quitting when things don't go your way. When I started out, I had a very nice contract. And when I quit my job, I had a really nice contract, and it was supposed to go over into that organization's fiscal year, and come to find out they got into a lot of financial trouble. They did not renew the contract. I did not know that they weren't going to renew the contract, and so I had this big obstacle in my way, and I could have easily run back to a 9-to-5 job. But you know what? That's not what it's about. It's about not quitting, about perseverance, and sometimes you're just being tested to see how bad you really want it, and so you have to move forward.
Okay. So that's 1 or 2 or maybe 3 to 5 issues.
Right.
No problem. No problem. Let me ask you the question, if I was to look for your services, I'm just going to throw that out there, and what would be one of the first things I would do? Let's say we got in contact with each other. What you said you go over personal development mindset. How does that scenario look for somebody to say, hey, I want to work with you?
So actually, it's online. So people who work with me have the option of going through an online course on their own, or they can opt to have services where they go through the online program and then also have consulting services with me once a week.
Okay. So how would let's say people have finished your program already, what position are they going to be in once they finish your program? Where is that going to put them?
Well, if it's for aspiring authors, one thing that they would have is their actual first manuscript. I found that when I wrote my book, The Empty Chair, Sitting with Forgiveness, which is a memoir and a self-help book, the most toughest thing that I had to do was to finish that first manuscript, and I kept putting it down, picking it back up, and not finishing in the timeline that I thought I would. And it wasn't because, I didn't have good content. It was because I was afraid to share, which is why I'm so passionate about memoirs and using your story to help other people. So if you work with me as far as book writing, you're going to have your first manuscript in your hand, and then if you want to go further into self-publishing, then that's something I can also assist with.
Okay.
If you're going to, if you're just talking about entrepreneur and working on your entrepreneurial mindset in order to pursue your dreams, then when you leave, you're going to know what strategies you need to implement to stay grounded, to stay focused, and to stay committed to your dreams. I tell people, get married to your dreams. When you get married, I don't know if you've ever been married, Charles, but I know I have. And the thing is, you don't wake up in the morning and say, this person, and, they have coal in their eyes today, and I don't want to be married anymore, so I'm getting a divorce. You stay committed, even those things that you don't really like about the person. And sometimes, things do end, but for those small, minute details, you don't necessarily just quit right away, right? So that's what I tell people: get married to your dreams. It's not going to be pretty all the time, but get married to them, stay committed, and stay strong. Surround yourself with a mentor and other people who are doing it.
Another question I would have for you, and I have to ask this one because I ask a lot of people this one, and it's off the cuff, and it's just, what would you do over?
I think that the main thing that I would do is to start out with a mentor. When I first started my company in 2015, I had looked at other people and for mentorship, but I didn't look for the right people. I didn't know, exactly who to choose. And so I found myself getting involved in other activities outside of what it is that I purpose to do. And so it kind of threw me off track a little bit. And then, of course, I had the quote-unquote security. I'm going to say security about a job, but, those jobs aren't really secure. But I had that going for me. And I think that if I had stayed focused, it would not have taken me 2 years to leave my job. I think that if I had the mentor and the right strategies in place, that I would have left my job sooner, but I would have done it the right way. Okay.
Another question I want to ask you, and this is one I just started up as I was listening to you. You have somebody on the stage, and they're going to say, they want to congratulate Miss Ayana Mu-Young. What do you think they would say, because they went through your information and received your information? They're getting, let's say, best-selling author from the book that you helped them to get. What do you think they would say about you and your program?
They would say, she's no nonsense. Like you said, it's not easy. And the main thing that I'm known for is holding people accountable, because a lot of people have some great ideas, but the reason that people start and they quit is because they don't have somebody holding them accountable. They don't have the right people in their circle. And so when people add me to their circle, they have someone holding them accountable to their dreams and then showing them the proper strategies to implement to help them to get there. So they'll say, she's no nonsense, she's very knowledgeable, but it was all in love.
I like that. I had to write it down. The reason people start and quit is because they don't have anybody holding them accountable. So I'm going to post that on social media, so you'll see it anyway. But how can people get in contact with you? They want to work with you.
So let's make it easy for them. They could send me a text message. They could call me 240-343-5750. 240-343-5750. They could shoot me an email at consultayana@gmail.com. That's CONSULTAYANNA@gmail.com.
And from your students that work with you, what do you want them to take away? Like, look, not okay. They have a book, they have whatever else you gave them, but what is like one thing that you could say? I want them to take this away with them. When, if they no longer working with you because they achieved everything that you've given them, what's the takeaway?
The main thing that I tell my students is that the work that you do in this life is not for you. I think that's probably the most powerful message that I give them. Even writing a book, and they have all of these apprehensions about their memoir, what to share, what not to share. There's some fear there. And I always say, hey, wait. It's not about you. It's about the person who's going to read your story and be inspired to change from it. And so you share everything that you can. Pour everything into it. And don't put the manuscript down, because how long do you want people to wait to hear your message?
I wrote that piece down, too. Sorry. The work that you do in this life is not for you. And I love that. I'm always thinking of the next 4 generations, and I speak on that. That's awesome. That's awesome. So this is what I want to do. Do you have any last parting words that you want to give the people before I take it over and just run with it?
No, I would say, pursue your dreams. We only get, I just attended 2 funerals this weekend. One was for an 86-year-old man. The other one was for a 42-year-old man. And at the end of the day, no one spoke about what they thought the person might accomplish if they had lived longer. They talked about what the person had actually done. And so you only get this life, and it's up to you to live it and to find out what your purpose is and be bold enough to walk in that purpose.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I do want to thank you for coming on, Ms. Yana Mu Young, and y'all have the phone number. Can you do the phone number one more time?
240-343-5750. Now we're in a digital age. People like to send text messages, and that's just fine with me. Send me a text message. Give me a call.
Awesome. So I'm probably going to take your course then. I want to see what you have, what you offer, and we all need mentors. I don't care who you are. Everybody needs a mentor. But I do thank you for your time, all right?
Thank you for having me.
Blessings. And to the people that's out there right now, I'm not going to piggyback or anything like that. I really want people to understand that the same things that I put out, you have other people out there that, if everybody's saying the same thing, I think you need to really take it on board and move with it. And the sad part is we don't move. We just kind of gloss over things. It's funny that even today, I was doing real estate, doing some multifamily real estate, and people are calling me from like a year past that was supposed to start, and they never started. And like 2 people just started today, and these people were supposed to start a year ago. But I don't know their situation. I really don't. I don't judge anybody. That's just what they do. But I think we let a lot of stuff take us out of the fight for what we really want to have, and we let things take us out of the way because situations are going to happen to everybody. Nobody's immune. Everybody is going to get touched by this life that we live in. But the one thing that we have to do is be consistent. That's it. We have to be consistent in whatever we're doing. I look at the same questions I'm asking Miss Yana Mu Young is, I wish I would have had a mentor. I tried to do it on my own, and that was one of my downfalls. And I will tell everybody here, I wasted about 3 years because I would go to these events, meet these great people by the name of Les Brown, Eric Thomas. I would meet all these great people, and I would look at the back, and they have all their materials out there, and I'd tell myself, I'm not buying that. Nice try. They're not about to make me pay $20 for a CD. Not happening. I can figure it out on my own. That's what a lot of us do. Even now, I get people to say that to me. They probably don't say it, but in the back of their minds, they're thinking like, I'll figure it out on my own, multifamily, residential. And the sad part is I get the same people to come back to me, and they try to like almost squeeze information to think that they can get the Cliff Notes. It's not going to work with Cliff Notes, family. The best thing to do is to find somebody who's been through the fire and came out alive on the other side, and now you can get with them because they already went through the mine with the, mines are blowing up. We didn't already been through it. So get the right information from the right people and then move forward. That's all I tell people. You do what you want to do, but ultimately there's going to come a time where you're going to look up and you're going to say, man, how much time am I wasting? Should I do it the wrong way and then have to do it again, or should I get the right information up front and then start from there? So I give out this information. I'm going to be bringing some more people on, just sharing their journeys, really, and people that I know that can help, in any facet that we're looking at from, everything that we have for this journey. And she brought up some very interesting things and very, for me, mindset is number one. Nothing beats mindset. And I was not that person before. As I said, I just tried to, I tried to wing it. I said, I'm going to get through this. I'm a guy that's going to make it happen by any means, and I don't really care how long it's going to take. I'm going to make it happen. I may do it the wrong way, and that's what happened to me. I may do it the wrong way a few times, and then you figure out, okay, I can't keep doing it this way. That's what happened to me. I said I can't keep doing it. I have to change something up because I'm not getting to my destination like I should be. And I say that to say a lot of people think that as long as I keep going, everything is going to be all right. I'm going to get there. And I like that and I don't like that. And the reason I don't like that is because you're playing, it's a play on words in a sense. And it's not really saying, okay, for me, success is speed. Everything is speed. I would rather you do it wrong real fast so you have time to do it over again, vice waiting to the 12th hour and then figuring out that, dang, I did it wrong and I can't go back to fix it. I mean, if you got to do it wrong fast. And be okay to fail. It's okay. I know everybody's going to fail. We have to be okay with that. We have to tell our kids about being okay to fail. We can't hold them to this level like, you can't fail. It's not about failing per se. I mean, you still have to put forth the effort, but it's about putting forth your best effort with the best information and say, okay, I failed, but I used everything I had. I gave everything that I had. That's what it is. And so that's what I want to give y'all. And it's going to be a short call. Usually I go like 30 minutes, but, my goal, I'm going to keep hitting y'all with 15, 20-minute calls of information. The goal is to take action because we can talk all day. I have some work I need to do. I'm just being honest. I have some work I need to do. We need to take action, take action now. You already have her information. Y'all can call her up, email her, what have you, find her on social media, get with her if you need that type of information. Because if you come to me for that type of information, I'm not going to point to her and say, hey, she can help you out with that, because that's not really my specialty, my expertise. That's just not what I do. So, I mean, I can do it, but that's, I'd rather have somebody that's an expert in that field to do that piece. Now, if you come to me with real estate, hey, I'm your guy. I breathe and live and sleep and eat real estate. That's what I do, like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because I'm hungry like that, and I'm trying to show our community that we can do it. And I don't care where you are in the country, I'm going to bring it your way. I'm definitely bringing it your way. I'm taking this stuff, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing on the road. I've been working real hard on something that's like bigger than me, and I'll be able to take it on the road, and I want to show different communities how I did it. So I put the work in, and I'm putting it together, and I'm getting other people to put it together with me. They put it together with me, and then we take it on the road and we show, hey, this is how we did it. And it's group economics. I have to show this. This is way bigger than me. I have churches involved. I have organizations involved. I have nonprofits involved. This is it for me. This is like, I'm supposed to be in California like right now. I had to postpone my California trip because I really have so much on the plate that I have to get done. I have a book that's still out there that I haven't. I just got it back. I got it back from the editors about a month ago, and I still have yet to, fix and make sure I do what they told me to do and then send it back out. So, life happens, but we're going to make it happen. Neither here nor there. We're going to make it happen, but you got to put forth the effort, get with the right people, and that's what I did along this journey. I got with a lot of good people, and we're just going to move. So let me pray us out. Dear Heavenly Father, I want to pray to you right now. I want to say thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for everything you've done for me and everybody else. I pray for everybody's strength, for everybody's sanity. I pray that everybody makes it through. Dear Father, we know that everything happens on your timeline, and when you want it to happen, it will happen. I want you to please keep prayer over everybody. I pray for those who have lost the faith. I pray for those who have lost sight, and I pray for those who may be sick. In your name, I pray. Thank God for everybody who's coming on this line, who's listening in. This is Charles McCutchen. I'm your favorite entrepreneur, and I'm hungry. I'm not stopping. This is Charles's Corner, and we will be back next week. Y'all take it easy.
He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. Up and count my my blessings. The good Lord has shown up, kept me. Could have been gone a long time ago, but he spared me, there's no question. And he saved me from myself, even from the hands of death. When I felt that I had nothing left and it lost, he was right there, that's myself. Yeah, he ordered my steps and I bounce right back like a ball. Now I'm feeling like I'm 10 feet tall. Feel like I'm genuine, the lines good, but I'm chilling cause God has control of it all. Even my flaws, he keep it from loving me, showing his favor and grace. I don't wanna be without him, ever wanna doubt him, no, not ever, they pour my face. I owe him my heart and the praise. I can remember the day when I was caught up in my ways, feeling like everybody ever kissed me and nothing's gonna ever change, man. But once I accepted the presence, the Son of the Most High God, and took up the burden there, and the struggle got a little less hard. He didn't have to do it, he didn't have to do it, but he told it to me, he made me a new me. He set me straight, he seen me on my stage. I glorify him, his name is so great. My Abba Yahweh, Jehovah outside of you reign. My Father in heaven, your power and presence just touched me and now I'm saved. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. Out for us, so in him I trust, glorified man, shit, it ain't enough, gotta give him all, cause he got my back ever since I met him, I don't see no lag, I learned how to fight the problem with a statement, all I gotta do is say his name, receive it in my heart, breathe it, keep the faith and everything is gonna start to change, that's the way to say it works, with the favor comes the perks, he can wipe away the dirt, but you gotta put him first, he's the reason I can make it through the day when the enemy is throwing rocks, I just open up the word and meditate, and hit him back with multiple shots, it's all because of what he did. He atone for all my sins. I'm so glad I let him in. All I ever do was win. I can't imagine my life without him. What would I be if I hadn't found him? I'm glad that he was waiting on me, being patient for me, even when I was down him. He never gave up on my sins and soul. He seen the best in me that made me whole. Through the fire me that can't be controlled. I'm here to spread the gospel all across the globe. He's blessing me as a hundredfold. He give me strength when I face my foes. What I did to get up in his grace, man, I would never, ever, ever know. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did. He didn't have to do it, but he did.